So firstly, the pensioner needs to download the Aadhaar Face RD application. It is suggested that the pensioners should write the exact same spelling so that it makes the search process easier on Google Play Store. And while the application is getting downloaded, I would like to inform that it is a background application. You might not see it in the apps gallery. In order to view it, you can go to your phone settings and view the applications list. If the application is downloaded there successfully, you will be able to see it there.
Pensioners should not worry about this app because they need not to open this app. Once it's installed, it will work in the background.
Hello.
Yes.
So it has to be on a Android phone only, version 7 and above. It will not download on iPhone.
Yes, it doesn't run on iOS.
Madam, I am Swaminathan. Hello.
Swaminathan, please wait. Let
Yes.
this presentation finish. Please note down your question. We'll come to you.
Yes.
Okay, so now in the details option, we can go to the details and we can allow all the permissions. In the app permissions, we can allow the camera permission, the message permissions, because in the later stages, the app will send the OTP on the registered mobile number. And next, the pensioners need to download the Jeevan Praman application from our Jeevan Praman website. They can just type in, go to the download option, scroll down, and they need to enter in their email ID and the capture code. And then they can click on I agree to download option. Once it is done, the OTP will be sent to the registered email ID. As you can see on the screen, I've received the OTP. I'll take this OTP from here and I'll paste it there, and I'll click on submit. And after submitting, the person needs to select the Android mobile Face app download option and click on it, and the link will be sent to the email ID that was given before and similar on which the OTP was sent. I've received the email, and the link below, the one bigger one, the person needs to click on that, select the Chrome option, and the file will ask for permission. You can click OK. And the application will ask to install. And similarly, if you want, you can go on the details option and allow all the permissions. The application is downloaded successfully. Just allow the biometric permission, allow the camera permission, and in this stage the pensioner can do their operator authentication by entering their Aadhaar number, mobile number and email ID and click on submit, and they will receive an OTP after this stage on the number which they will mention here. And after that they can do their operator authentication by scanning their face. And for doing that, they need to ensure that the proper amount of light is falling on their face. And after that, they can go further and do the pensioner authentication. For that, email ID is not necessary. Only Aadhaar number and mobile number are necessary. And then PPO details. And after that, same process is there of face scanning. And then automatically, the DLC will be generated. I would like to mention few things, that operator authentication is a one-time process only. It needs to be done once, and after that the person who has done the operator authentication can generate multiple DLCs from their device. And for doing the face authentication, the person needs to follow the instructions coming on the screen. Example, looking at the screen, and the system will ask you to blink your eyes. So the person needs to follow these instructions. So that's all from my side. If anybody has any queries, they can ask me.
Kindly unmute Mr. Swaminathan. He wants to ask a question.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Just hold on.
Yeah, Mr. Swaminathan, please ask your question. I think he is on mute.
Hello.
Anybody else wanting to ask? Then otherwise.
Madam, I am Rana Singh from Bhubaneswar.
Yeah. Please.
Sonia Madam.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
This face recognition system is in addition to the existing system, biometric system, or it is in replacement of the existing biometric system?
It is in addition. It is in addition.
It is in addition.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other?
Hello. I'm Mohan Chalmakar from Mumbai.
Dr. Mohan, please ask your question.
October, November, the face reading app was supplied. It worked well. Now, what is the difference between that one and the one now sent to us?
Yes.
Is it that, let me complete. Is it that the operator now is the pensioner himself and no other certificate can be generated, or the operator can still generate? Because like we have the camps,
I've understood your question.
Yeah.
So what we had done before was a pilot which was going on.
Yes.
So at that point of time, we were taking one or two numbers from each association, whitelisting that number into the system so that we know that there is no scope of any fraud or anything which happens. And then we were doing a pilot. Now, after the successful pilot, it has formally been launched. Now anybody can become an operator as well as a user.
Yeah, but the operator can still make the multiple
yes.
or other pensioners.
Supposing you download this into your system, one-time exercise which Tanya explained, you can give multiple life certificates through your phone to any other person.
To other persons, yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, my compliments to the DPPW for an excellent facility for all the pensioners. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay. Next question, please.
Sir, I have another question. Since Honorable Secretary is present here,
yes,
and the Joint Secretary is also.
Yeah, please ask your question. Please ask your question. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Can I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
See, I want to ask a question about the pension, which you have actually closed it now, about that widowed daughter and divorced daughter. A daughter becomes a divorcee after the death of the pensioner and the family pensioner. Will she get pension? Also a widow. A daughter becomes a widow after the death of the pensioner and the spouse. Will she get pension?
Harjeet ji, please respond to this question. Harjeet ji, please respond to this question. Achha, we'll just come to you. Actually, Mr. Harjeet Singh is holding.
I would request all Pensioners Association that they can give us a number of questions. They can mail us or they can put on the WhatsApp group, which we have for all Pensioners Association. We will reply to all of them in detail. And if still there is any issue, we will call them one by one and we will have a discussion on the phone or through another VC.
Yeah. So basically right now, this is face authentication. Any other question on face authentication? Because this is very important. The date is till 28th February. So any other question? Otherwise, we'll just wind up, and Secretary Sir also, I would like a request him to address us. So I think the time is very short, sir. I would request Secretary Sir to please address the group, sir.
This is my first meeting as Secretary Department of Pensions. I was serving as Secretary Department of Special Secretary Department of Administrative Reforms for the last several years and was very familiar with the governance side. But I'm very happy to meet all the pensioner associations. In fact, this is my second meeting with the pensioner associations. I did have the opportunity to meet 10 pensioner associations last week, and I will try to ensure that I meet all pensioners associations at least once a month, so that there is a free flow of information. I was informed that the pensions department is a very nimble department and is in regular touch through WhatsApp groups. The CCS pension rules were released on December 25, 2021, and I do appreciate the intensity of discussion that has taken place with so many queries being raised. Also, the app for face identification has also been recently launched. So the curiosity amongst pensioners on how this app will work and what are the benefits and what is the difference between what was there earlier and what is there now is very understandable. So we will continue this interaction with you, and I would try to stay in touch so that every pensioner association can be reached out to. I will request each association to kindly have regular meetings with their membership. In fact, today, since it was a narration of rules as also the presentation on the app, we could not hear your activities, but I will ensure that your activities will be better presented, and I have a greater understanding of the work that each association is doing and how best we can improve it. In fact, the last time when we had several associations raise the issues with regard to releasing their annual grant aid, and also for some improvements in terms of infrastructure like laptops to provide. These are areas where definitely we will intervene, and we will ensure that the pensioner associations work in a very efficient manner. I'm very happy to meet such a large group of people, from 52 participants today. So it's been a good constructive interaction. In fact, I'll try and schedule a specific date every week, either on a Thursday or on a Saturday, so that we can have this interaction for about an hour once in a month, so that there is better understanding. There's also better constructive dialogue between all of us, and we can take it forward. In fact, I heard very patiently the presentations, as also the various questions that have been raised, and I'm glad that at least some of the questions we could answer in this forum. The remaining questions, whatever are there, they may be taken up on either the WhatsApp group or through the emails that Joint Secretary Department of Pensions has. The objective of this meeting is to enhance the interactions between the pensioner associations and the department, especially at my level, and so that I know each one of you personally, and you know that the secretary would be in a position to understand and listen to the areas that where concerns exist. Being a very legalistic, policy-based department, it is important for us to understand wherever reforms are necessary, particularly the changes in law, and constant updation and amendments in law may be required to ensure that greater benefits are given to pensioners. So that will be the objective of the entire exercise. So today's meeting, I have heard, if there is any question for me, I would be happy to take any questions. Otherwise, I have another meeting to attend in another 15 minutes. So I will be happy to take any questions you have for me with regard to any of the infrastructure areas or grants in aid or any functional issues that you have. Those we can take up. As regards the law, Sanjeev ji and Ruchirji can continue and this discussion can go on. Yes. Even after I leave, you can continue the discussion.
Sir,
Yes, Mr. Pillai. Yes, Mr. Pillai. Yes.
we have some difficulty, technical difficulty in uploading our utilization certificate for grant in aid, which cannot be sorted out even today. Mrs. Tania Madam, she knows the difficulty. The information has been passed on to her, but it remains unresolved.
Kanyaji, kindly take note of Mr. Pillai's request and have it addressed. If there's any intervention that is needed from the higher level, we'll take it. We take note of it.
Yes. It has been sorted out, sir. We are aware of this, and it has been sorted out on a daily basis. They are working on this, sir. So I think that this we'll be able to address. Yeah. Any other question?
Next, please.
Yeah, Balakrishnan ji, बताइए. You are basically muted. आपका unmute कर लीजिए. Mr. Balakrishnan, you are on mute. I think there is some issue with his mic.
Yes. Go to the next question, please.
We can go to the next question. Any other question? Because sir has to go, we can continue with the question answer. On the other hand, we can address.
So I am Selvan. I am from Department of Space Retired Employees Association.
Yes.
Is there a timeline given to bank to convert into family pension when a pensioner dies?
Yeah,
I think it should be done as quickly as possible.
This we will address. Sir was saying only if some specific question, these we will answer. Don't worry, we will answer, because anything for sir regarding your infrastructure or anything, any problem which you face, you can please raise it here.
Improve functionality. I hope the membership of all the associations is more than at least 500 members or 300 members. I hope, and your associations are meeting regularly.
Yes, in fact, sir, we would also request all the associations to keep having regular interaction with the people who are associated with them, so that maximum awareness can go through them to these people, sir, in the respective cities. Sir, I think, sir, since you have a meeting, sir, we can continue with the questions. I would